So this was number 18. Now, before we go to number 19, which is factorizing expressions 4, I just want to give you an idea what factorizing expression 4 entails. That was my way of terming it, of labeling it. Probably I call it 4 because sometimes CXC give you 4 terms. Okay? And they tell you to factorize these 4 terms. Now, you have to remember, you have to realize this 4 terms is like the midway of a quadratic. So don't make those 4 terms confuse you. Those 4 terms, I observe, whenever CXC give you 4 terms, exactly 4 terms, I tell you factorize it, is always the midway of a quadratic factorization process. So all you have to do is pap, pap, and that's it. Like all the hard work was taken already, multiplication was taken already, the factors was obtained already, and they bring you here and they tell you factorize this. So you just have to identify the first 2, the second 2, and then you get your bracket, prap, prap, and that's it. We call it factorization 4. Let's look for an example. Expressions 4. It says the expression for factorizing 4 must contain exactly 4 terms and must be written in a similar form like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your answer will be in the form mx plus n, x plus p. To perform factorization 4, follow the following steps. Ensure that the expression has exactly 4 terms. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apply factorization 1 to the first 2 and apply factorization 1 to the second 2, keeping the sign in the middle. There's a negative sign in the middle. Let's keep it. So we're looking at 6p squared pq. Between 6 and 4, what is the highest common factor between 6 and 4? 2. And you open a bracket. But it's not only 2 we have to put outside because the p is common. So we put the p with the lowest power, which is between p squared and p, you have p. The q is not common, so we don't put q outside. Now, what comes inside of the bracket? 2 into 6 goes 3 times. P into p squared goes p. Plus 2 into 4 goes 2 times. P into p goes once. And then what do you are left with? Q. Now, we must have 3p plus 2q in a bracket on the other side with the negative sign in the middle. Now, this is negative. We have 21 and we have negative 14. Negative 21 and negative 14. Negative 7. P is not common, but Q is common. We put out the lowest is Q, Q, and then you open a bracket. Now, bear in mind you are dividing by 7. By negative 7, you are not dividing by 7. This negative sign belongs to the 7. We are dividing by negative 7q. A negative 7 divided by a negative 21, that's a negative 21. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, that's a positive 3. And then what is left? The q cancel out, we are left with p. Don't put a sign yet. We haven't divided yet, so do not put a sign. Remember, you are dividing negative 7 into negative 14. A negative divided by a negative is a positive 2. Q into q squared goes q. Close bracket. 3p plus 2q, 3p plus 2q. Whatever is outside of the bracket, you place them in a bracket. What's outside of the bracket? A 2p and a negative 7q. And you simply attach the repeated brackets in by the side of bracket there, and that's your answer.